The Northwest Native Development Fund is located on the southwestern corner of the Colville Indian Reservation in the town of Coulee Dam, Washington. Our region is very rural. You cross two mountain ranges to get from one to the other. It's a very large and rural reservation. Our area, the housing crisis has really bubbled itself up even above the small business lending crisis. What we've got is we've got a region that was built up at one point when they built the Grand Coulee Dam. So you've got a lot of housing that was built in the 30s and 40s, and most of it was built to be temporary housing. They were not supposed to be forever homes. So when the builders left in the late 40s, and then people started moving into these houses, they just started kind of fixing them as they go, and now they're old houses. There's no new housing, and you've got new people coming in, and there's no place to live. We've got vacation homes just across the river, these great big homes where people are coming in from the Seattle area, and it's pushing the housing market.
When Ted first came to bring up the subject of housing with the board, we have already been in existence for about 10 years. I kept saying to him, as an ex-housing person, in our mission statement it states that we advance housing opportunities. When are we going to do it? So it came about that he said, Molly, it's time. It's time now.
The Upstream Housing Initiative is an initiative that we started to address the lack of housing stock in our area. And there's a couple of prongs to it. The first prong is we decided we were going to finance local people to rehab homes or build new homes on available lots. Try and open up the spigot of financing for people to do that. That's the one. The other one is for us to build homes. We're going to build new homes on the reservation, which still affects the entire housing market, helps the entire housing stock. So those two together will add new housing, hopefully hold the prices of housing down, and also add new places for people to live.
When we were looking, there weren't too many options at the time on Zillow, so we had just almost gave up hope, and we're like, you know what, let's go for a little drive and see what's available, and see that this house is still empty. From there, things just
started the process.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
things went smooth, and
I'm pretty sure once we seen the for sale sign, I was like, okay, we're done. Went back home and contacted Ted.
We fell in love with it as soon as we walked in. You know, everything was brand new, and when we were originally looking at homes and even just renting, all the houses out here are pretty outdated and, you know, built from a while ago. So to find something new was, you know, kind of,
and for our first home,
unexpected, yeah, and
that's just lucky. This home means everything to me because this is where my kids will grow up, and I'll have a stable home to come home to. They'll have their holidays, slumber parties, so this house is gonna have a lot of good memories in it by the time they're ready to go off to college.
I was so pleased to hear and find out that NNDF was tackling the housing shortage, which is a huge, immensely need in our communities.
At the Orchard Street, you drive by on our main highway, 155, and you can look down. All of a sudden now we have toys in the yard, and we have a jungle gym, and we have swings. Everybody loves that. And now they're asking, what's next, NNDF?
We want to add some kind of a solar aspect to offset the housing cost, because when you buy a house or build a house or own a house on the reservation, you're not only making your mortgage payment, but you're paying 1,000% more in energy costs just living here. The OFN Catalyst Award is going to help us. It's going to help with the solar aspect. I mean, because that's something that, especially if you're doing this thing for the first time, there's going to be a lot of things that we don't know. And it's going to help it's going to give us a margin there. It's going to help us lower our initial in costs to build. And at the end of the day, it's also going to lower the sales price of the house. We want to be able to be low enough that people, the working professionals, can afford the house.
Bye.
Quit CU, you!